Very happy. Let's talk about the main event. You got Rashad Evans fighting Phil Davis. Is it 100% certain that if Rashad wins, he will get a title shot?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get injured, he will get the next title shot at John Jones.
Now, why haven't you made the same sort of commitment to Phil Davis?
Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. The reason is Rashad has been sitting there waiting this whole time. I mean, the guy's been sitting for a year and a half. You know, he's had a string of. Well, let's say this. He started with a very stupid decision, and since that decision, he's had a lot of bad luck. So he's the guy who gets the shot. He's been waiting for a long time, and he's the one that deserves it right now.
And you told UFC Tonight recently that Dan Henderson turned down an opportunity to fight Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. Where does he now fit in the 205-pound picture?
Well, should Rashad get hurt in this fight and not be able to do it, I would probably put Dan Henderson in the fight next.
And what about if Phil Davis wins? Who would get the shot first?
We'll see what happens, but probably Dan Henderson.
All right, and then the following week, the train just keeps moving along here. You've got UFC 143, Nick Diaz versus Carlos Condit. This is a fascinating fight, and the fans just got a chance to watch the primetime show, the first episode of it on FX. What have you thought about the first episode? I know you've seen it already.
I love the first episode. I'm actually real curious to see what the fans think. I know there's a lot of people out there that hate Nick Diaz, and I know there's a lot of people out there that love Nick Diaz. I think that this show was fascinating. Like I said, I've been in this business since I was 19 years old, meaning the fight business. I've never come across, I don't know, an intriguing, mysterious character like Nick Diaz.
How is he dealing with all the cameras, all the attention?
He's not dealing with it well. But I'll tell you what, everybody knows how this kid is about being filmed and about doing interviews. I think he's done a great job at relaxing and kind of opening up for the show. But this isn't like any of the other guys that we've showcased on the show before, where you just follow them around and it's all, fun, loving, and easy, and you get 100% access to their life. There's still more to film of Nick because this thing is real time leading up to the fight. So I think what we're doing here is we're kind of breaking him down piece by piece and kind of opening him up a little bit and making him trust what's going to be filmed about him. I hope so anyway. I mean, I don't know how Nick Diaz can call me tonight and freak out and say this piece on him was terrible.
Do you think he has learned the lesson? Do you think he has matured since what happened late last year when he lost the title shot?
I don't think that this is a case of immaturity. I think this is a case of this is the way this guy is built. This is the way he doesn't think like anybody else. He doesn't act or react like anybody else. He's a completely different animal, man. It's like, I'm telling you, it's like nothing I've ever seen before in the fight business.
He's almost like the anti-hero, and people are really responding to him. Are you surprised that people can gravitate to a guy like that who really doesn't try hard to gain new fans?
No, because I think what you do get from Nick Diaz, whether you hate him or whether you love him, you are absolutely 100% intrigued by him. And this is a fight. This is a fight sport. These guys go in and they fight, and that kid is a fighter.
All right, final thing on that card. Obviously, it's for the interim welterweight title. It sounds like GSP's rehab is going very well. Is there a chance that the winner of that fight may have to fight one more time before fighting GSP?
GSP's rehab could not be going better. I kid you not. He texts me every day. Tonight during the fight, he was texting me pictures of him kicking, of him doing things. He says, I am praying every night when I go to bed that Nick Diaz wins this fight. I have never seen George St. Pierre hate somebody. He hates Nick Diaz. I've never seen him hate somebody. I've never seen him so motivated to fight somebody and to beat somebody as he is Nick Diaz.
When do you expect him to be back?
I think he's ahead of schedule now, being the freak of nature that he is and the hard worker and dedicated athlete that he is. I think he's going to be back sooner than doctors anticipated.
So perhaps the summertime?
Yes.
And, we're talking about the Canadian fans. Montreal, perhaps you'll reward those fans, GSP versus maybe Nick Diaz over there at the Bell Center.
We'll see what happens. This whole Montreal thing is blown out of proportion. We laid out our schedule for the year, but nothing is etched in stone. You start moving things around, and especially with this new Fox deal and how many fights we're doing, the international things we're doing, nothing is etched in stone. This fight wasn't canceled, or it's not 100% sure. We're supposed to go to Atlanta this year too. We don't know if we're going to do Atlanta yet. So everybody starts freaking out and trying to make bigger news out of something than it really is.
You know how we reporters like to do.
Believe me, I do. Yes, I deal with it every day.